welcome to Moreno Made. My name is Mrs. Moreno, and here are 3 handwriting strategies I love using with my students. It is going to make improving your handwriting so much easier. Okay, so let's set up for some success. You're going to need to grab some materials in order to get started, either paper, sticky notes, or the handout for this lesson. The handout is located either in the lesson description or on morenomade.com, either way. Then you're going to want a pencil with a really good eraser or your own eraser because we're going to be editing. Okay, writers, we are ready to get started. We're going to do a before writing sample. That way we can see how we've improved by the end of the lesson. What you're going to need is to look at this picture. I'm going to make it really big in a minute for you. And I want you to just describe what you see in one sentence. Take about 2 minutes, and I'm going to show you how to set up your writing if you're doing a handout, a journal, or a sticky note. Okay, so here are your options. So set up whatever you want to use. You can write the word before in the top box and then write your sentence there. You can just use your writing journal or lined paper and just write the word before and then write your sentence. Or you can always use a sticky note. Again, write the word before and then you're going to write your sentence. All of these work great. You pick. All right, get ready. Here's the image again. So I'm going to leave you on this image. I want you to write one sentence describing what you see. Look at the colors, look at the dogs, look at the background. Think of all the colors and shapes and sizes. Write one sentence. If you still need extra time after I'm done talking, you can always hit stop, finish writing your sentence, and then hit play to keep going. So one sentence, describe what you see, and then hit play when you're ready. Okay, so let's reflect on your writing. Either you have this as a handout, or if you don't, that's okay. What I want you to do is look at the before sample and look at your handwriting. What are you really good at? What you need to improve on. An X means you're excellent at it, you're exemplary, or you're right on grade level, right? That checkbox you're gonna put if it's like, I'm okay, I could improve, right? And a pound sign means, whoo, I need to improve on this. This is an area. Yikes, right? If you have a highlighter, you could even highlight the number one thing that you want to improve on during this lesson. Here's the I can statement for this lesson. By the end of this lesson, I can use different strategies to improve how I write, edit, revise, and rewrite my writing to make it legible. The essential question for this lesson is which 3 letters or words should I edit, revise, or rewrite in my writing to improve my work? All right, let's get started with these strategies. Number 1 is the rule of 3. I love this one. I use it all the time. There's 3 easy steps for this strategy. Step 1, you're going to write a sentence. Normal handwriting. Then for step 2, this is when you're going to look back and find 3 very, very small things that you think are the worst. The part that you need to fix, right? That makes it harder to read. Maybe just the letters are formed incorrectly. Whatever it is, pick only 3 things. Then for step 3, this is when you do the erasing and correcting. Make sure to erase completely. That is a huge problem. If you don't erase enough, you're going to then not be able to see how great you made your corrections. So let's practice this. What we're going to do is we're going to write a sentence looking at this picture, and then we're going to fix 3 mistakes. I'm going to show you how it worked for me in my journal, and then it's your turn, and I'll show you the picture again really big. To practice rule of 3. What I want you to do is go ahead and look at this picture and write down one sentence to describe it. Try and be descriptive in your writing. Tell me colors, tell me shapes, tell me sizes to form that sentence. Remember, if you need to, hit pause, write down your sentence, and then hit play when you're ready. So do your best, but remember, it's all about when you're done writing to find 3 small things to fix with your handwriting and rewrite. All right, now let's try strategy 2, make it like a molecule. This is all about trying to improve your spacing of your letters. 3 easy steps. Step 1, write your sentence. Make it so that you're pushing your letters like a molecule. And in step 2, that's when you're identifying the letters that need to be pushed closer together. For step 3, this is where you're going to erase completely and then make sure that you're correcting any spacing mistakes that you made along the way. So you can see the example on the screen where it says, "Hello, I'm writing a sentence that needs help." Look at how the spacing is really hard to read and there's too much gap in between everything. So making it like a molecule is smushing your letters closer and closer and closer together where they're almost touching. Okay, I'm going to show you some examples on the next slide. So here's the image we're going to be working on in order to practice make it like a molecule. You're going to be in charge of writing a sentence, but before you do, I want to show you an example of what happened when I went to do make it like a molecule. Here's how it went for me. So now that you've seen my example, it's your turn. I want you to write a sentence about what you see. There's a squirrel, he's wearing glasses, he's at the beach, he's relaxing, he's chilling. So hit pause if you need more time, but I want you to write your sentence and then hit play when you're ready to move on to the third strategy. Remember, for make it like a molecule, it's okay if when you first write, to have gaps in between your words and your letters. What's important is to stop, go back, and correct as much as you can in that sentence to make it so much better. Good luck. Here we go, strategy 3, pencil spacing. This strategy lets you use your pencil as your tool to help with your handwriting. All right, so for step 1 for pencil spacing, what you're going to want to do is to use the eraser. Go ahead and flip your pencil over, and you're going to use that to track the space in between two words in your sentence. Then, in order to check the spacing of your letters in between each letter, what you want to do is you want to use the tip of your pencil and move it in between each letter and just kind of gauge, okay, if I have more space than the top of my pencil, clearly there's too much gap and I need to rewrite that word. You do not have to rewrite your entire sentence for step 3. I mean, unless the whole sentence needs help. What I really like to do is bringing the rule of 3 back and trying to pick only 3 letters that I'm going to move left or right in order to fix my mistakes. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so here's the image that we're going to use for our practice example, and now I want to show you how it went when I was using pencil spacing strategy. Okay, it's your turn. So grab that pencil and that eraser. You're going to need it. And write a sentence. When you're done writing your sentence, based on what you see, this is Legoland in Orlando, Florida. What I want you to do is I want you to use the eraser to see if you have enough gap or space in between your words, and then flip it so that you're now checking the spacing in between each letter within a word. If you see a huge gap or not enough space, what I want you to do is pick 3, just 3 letters that you want to erase and move left or move right in order to make a better space. Here's another example just to give you a better idea of moving it left and right in case you're struggling. So notice the top sentence is the just an example, and the bottom sentence is showing you just simple erasing and sliding letters to the left or to the right, kind of like make it like a molecule, in order to push those letters closer together in order to make a bigger gap in between words. Okay, so we're almost done with the lesson. It is time to reflect and set a new goal. So I want you to be thinking when you do your last sentence, what did I do really well? Which strategy helped me the most? Which strategy am I going to use when I go to write this last sentence, okay? Here's the image we're going to use for this one. You're going to write 2 sentences, not just 1, 2. sentences in order to finish out strong, right? So I want you to look at the picture, see what you notice about it, and go ahead and write. If you struggle and write one sentence, that's okay. The whole point of this is just to improve your handwriting. So slow and steady wins the race, right? So now that you see the image, whenever you're ready, you can hit pause, write your sentence, hit play when you're ready. Okay, so now let's look and reflect just one last time before you're done. And I want you to use that checklist and go through. How did you do? What's your new goal? What do you want to try and use as a strategy this week in your own writing to help you improve and grow as a writer? Thank you so much for learning with me today. I was not always great at handwriting. I'm a lefty, so the struggle it was always there. For more tips, tricks, and help with all things writing, please go to my website, morenomay.com, or for younger readers, I would love to help you at livelearnliteracy.com.